2015 Let's Play. In this episode, I am on Speedrun Reloaded. Whoa, holy crap, okay, that's instant. But I've only played this game once before, and I completely sucked at it. So I'm not too sure how this is going to end up going. This person just is all over me right now. Every jump, lol, lag. Yeah, last time I played this I completely sucked, and I'm probably still going to be that way because I haven't played this game in a while. It's made by Verse, the same person who made... Wait, what the... What? That made no sense. Yeah, I completely suck at this game. Just a disclaimer, I guess you could say. So if I die a lot, that's why. Because I've only played this game once before. And plus, it's a newer game, and I honestly don't think he did as well as he did with Speedrun 4 as he did with this. Reason being is just mostly because it's not as optimized. Gosh darn it. But it's not as optimized as Speedrun 4 is. And it's honestly just not as good as it is. Speedrun 4 is still my favorite speedrun to play. Gosh darn it. Plus, I probably shouldn't have recorded today, but I need to get at least a Roblox Let's Play out today, so there you guys have it. Gosh darn it, Jesus. But I lost the video file, like audio and everything, to Mining Ink, so I'm gonna have to re-record again. Like, because I deleted the thing because I didn't want to take up too much space, and apparently I ended up losing the file that I used to upload Mining on. Gosh darn it, the lag. Stupid. But I lost it pretty much, so I'll have to re-record Mining Ink. Interesting already. I honestly already don't like Speedrun Reloaded, but then again, I would have my opinion on it, but a lot of you guys would be like, oh, you just suck at the game. Yeah, whatever. That was quick. This is interesting. A lot of this seems to go back to Mario. Where do I go? Over here? Interesting. Very interesting. Better not be that same girl that was there before. I guarantee you she put that in because she's not behind me, but she likes to race people, which I don't know. Okay, so it looks like I'm kind of getting the hang of this game. Kind of. The jumps are a little weird because he doesn't have that awesome animation anymore, so I've gotten so used to animation. Okay, this is interesting. Verse, if you're watching this is an interesting speedrun you made. I mean, I love the games you make, just it's a very interesting speedrun game that you've made. This honestly, maybe if... This reminds me of a better version of Speedrun 5. My computer wants to lag so hard right now, and I'm not letting it. I'm just continuing on, because, you know, my computer is a piece of crap nowadays. So there you have that. Oh, now it's insta better. Computer, you're a piece of crap. I'm gonna keep calling you that as long as you lag. What an interesting spawn you have there, Verse. as advice verse, I know some of you guys are probably going to get mad at me for saying this. Please do not make another speedrun game. Just stick with Speedrun 4 as your greatest game. Because honestly, the other speedruns that I've seen are pretty much just a downfall of what speedrun used to be. Oh my god. Speedrun 4 was basically versus greatest game. As I keep saying, his greatest game was Speedrun 4. I like speedrun games where they have an animation, like a good animation, like the random animation that he put in there for that. I also have the volume kind of low right now. Mostly because I don't know what other types of music he put in here. Because I actually haven't gotten to this point of the game before. Wow, okay. Parkour for days. Or jumps for days, I should say. Interesting. What is this? Field of Bravery. Interesting. It'd be cool, like, if he put in a, like an actual battle going on in the background. Like an animation of, like, people shooting at each other. That'd be cool if he did that. But then again, not very many people, well, about like 8 people watch my videos sometimes. I usually get at least 27 some views on my drum covers, so I'm trying to be both a musician type channel, a musical channel, but also a gaming channel at the same time. I'm trying to have a variety of stuff that I'm gonna end up doing. Because I'm not just a full gamer, I'm also a musician at this point. So I used to be a full gamer until I started doing like air drums and stuff like that. That's usually how every drummer starts. They just start doing air drums or whatever. In some ways, that's actually how I practiced it. That's how I learned what drums, like what you did with the drums and everything. Oh my god. I only currently have an electric set because one of noise, and plus acoustic sets are just very expensive. Like even a very basic set. What is this? Dark Force. Loving the names already. Verse. Yeah, of course. I was gonna make that. Very interesting names you have for these maps. Should have just stuck with the levels. It's alright though. I can cope. I'm just guessing where to go at this point, honestly. Like, I make it look like I'm just, like, it's super easy to do a lot of these, but it's not, honestly. A lot of these you have to have precise freaking jumping skills. And that builds over time of you playing a specific game, like first-person shooter games. Push me. Oh my god. The sneeze did kind of hurt, actually. It's alright, though. Of course, I don't make that because of stupid physics. But this Ice Eagle person is just a very social person. Actually, if you want a really social game, you go to Phantom Forces. That is the most social game you'll ever find on Roblox, other than a hangout place or something like that. People are like... People always talk about freaking... killing somebody. Somebody usually ends up freaking out about a kill. Like, oh, you got like no scoped, you know. And they're just like, get no scoped. And it's like, dude, just shut up. I do kind of like what he did with the lighting here, because that's more of just like where the center of the thing is. Yeah, Verse, honestly, do not make another speedrun. because it's just every time you go to make another speedrun after a great speedrun, the second one usually doesn't turn out to be so great, unless if a miracle happened for you. Because I don't even know about this right now. I'm just playing it for the sake of the video. Because I was actually thinking, like, should I record? Like, what else should I record? Do I just jump on these? What do I do? Oh, I go on those. Wait, what? Okay. I just get on these? Okay. Once again, an interesting path you have for these. Classic verse, I guess. I don't know. He or she, I don't even know, honestly. I'm just trying to focus right now, because I don't even know this game that well. As I keep saying, I've only played it once. One person's still way back there, looks like. She's behind me pretty much. Assuming it's a she, might be he, you never know. Their name is Ice Eagles. So. Actually, did I get to here at one point? I might have gotten to here. I'm not too completely sure. Because I recognize this specific, like, sort of theme. Oh my god. Yep, there it is. First, just fooling you like that. Did you just put this as hard-minded as Zeus? Alright. Try to avoid offending any Christians in here. I like that guitar. I like the acoustic guitar that's in here. Otherwise, the music is... At least... One thing is, at least Verse puts in different music for each level. Instead of just keeping it on, like, one track. That the guy who made Speedrun 5 did. This is called the Dreadlands. There it is. Let's see if we can get this in one shot. We probably won't, because I'm jinxing everything right now. And then we're gonna go into a haunted house, it looks like. Legendary House of Amnesia, there it is. Wonder what Verse did for this. Dead immediately. What do I do? Do I have to stay on the carpet? Okay. Like I said, Verse, do not make another speedrun game, please. Stick with Speedrun 4. Where do I go? What? Why? Why, Verse? Why? Okay. Okay, finally some actual obstacles, kind of. Do I just go into that picture again? Yes, I do. Here we go. This is honestly by far the most confusing speedrun game I've played so far. And I guess that's what Verse was going for this time, being confusing. Okay, here we go. Here's some not legit obstacles that I can go from. Looks like at least he built these. This isn't even ticking me off right now. before she put Rainbow Road in there. I should have got that Game Pass. That probably would have redeemed this game. I don't even know if I should continue the channel, honestly, because like I'm barely getting any views on my videos. Like the only types of videos that I get views on are my drum covers, and those aren't even that good. I'm gonna be honest. I still pretty much suck for the most part on the drums. I'm gonna admit that. I'm not just saying that because this game's kind of putting me in a bad frame of mind. I'm just saying that because I know that that's me. You've played loads of that doesn't mean crap. Your reply should have been, I've played this game many times. Because just because you played, I could have played all the other speedrun games and I still would have been very confused on this. I mean, sure, I've played a bunch of speedruns in the past too, and you know, I'm surprised I've made it up to this point in probably the amount of time that I have. The majority of this video is just this house specifically. I don't. Versus becoming not one of my favorite speedrun game makers for this part. Oh my god. A lot of you guys in the comments are gonna probably be like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Just like, yep, I know. Really? Just from me jumping on that. That is the worst. If you're gonna go to make something like this, is the worst game, honestly, at this point that I've seen from Verse. The worst game ever. This is actually pretty much. This is like a more complicated version of. Did I finally make it through? Thank God. But this is like a more complicated version of freaking Speedrun 5. Okay, for once, good music, kind of. Very dramatic music, but you know. What? Of course, Roblox Physics is gonna do that to me. Thanks, Roblox. You guys need to spread the word about this. I really hope you guys do. But Roblox, you need to fix everything about your website, your game, and everything. Because right now, your game's complete crap. Your physics don't make sense. The cameras don't make sense. We need to fix everything about it. I don't even know if I like Roblox anymore. I'll probably, like... Yeah, as soon as I say I'm gonna end this series, then I'm gonna start another one up. Because I'm missing Roblox all of a sudden. The jump. This is like speedrun freaking 5 and 7. I think that's actually what Versus was going for. Just a really simple copy version of Speedrun freaking 5 and 7. I'll be honest, Speedrun 7 is actually a pretty terrible game too. The physics in that game are just like they are in this one. I'll give it to Verse for his building ability, but for creativity, no. If you're wondering how difficult this game is, over 9,000. How about that for you? Little breather part here. It's the same thing again. That's all this is. person just calls him a noob. Really, guys? That's the worst insult you can come up with? The most insulting thing you can come up with? Pathetic imbeciles. Finally made it. Somewhat. Look at this verse. What is the point of this? I guarantee this is like the longest level in the game. Guess what? We're doing Rainbow Road now. Go for green because that's my channel color. And jump it. Oh my god. Alright, so that's Speedrun Reloaded for you guys. The worst game from my opinion of playing it in this episode. The worst game that Verse has made so far in speedruns. You guys go play it. I'll have the link of the game in the description below. I'll also have my profile and my sister's profiles linked in the description as well. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. See ya.